All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome. 10 new brews. This is the closing day. On Tuesday, we did 3 new brews. Yesterday was Wednesday. We did 5 new brews. We got 2 brews left, and I must say, I'm pretty proud of these last 2 brews because I managed to fit in. I wanted to build an Enchantress deck, I wanted to build a Squirrels deck, and I wanted to build a Braids deck. And I was like, crap, I only have 2 brews left. Well, I made it happen. But right now we got Enchantress here, brew number 9, and of course a lot of new enchantment cards in the format, thanks to Modern Horizons. Of course, Enchantress's presence, one of the better Enchantress effects, because you can't kill it, obviously. It's an enchantment, self-perpetuating. So whenever you play an enchantment, draw a card. If you don't know what Enchantress effects are, they're basically just whenever you play an enchantment, you draw a card, right? We have Sithis, Harvest Hand, green-white for a 1/2. Whenever you cast an enchantment, you gain 1 and draw a card, which is awesome. A 2-mana Enchantress. It's not Agathorian Enchantress for all you boomers out there, but still pretty good. And then we also get Sterling Grove, which is an awesome tutor card that can protect your enchantments, which is great. And we get Solitary Confinement. This card was a terror back in Extended, like 100,000 years ago. And this is a prison protective enchantment. 3 mana. You skip your draw step. You are shrouded. You can't be dealt damage. But every turn you get a discard. And you can play with its cards like Squeed, it's discarded every turn. Or you can just play it in an Enchantress deck where you're drawing so many cards anyway. So you get an Enchantress or 2 out, draw some cards, play Confinement, keep drawing cards, and keep the Confinement out. Confinement will lock out a lot of the decks in the format. Any aggro deck, any burn deck, things like that. Prowess just can't beat Confinement, which is pretty cool. Now, not sure exactly where to go with this one. I've seen some versions of it like playing Blood Moon, Helix Pinnacle, but I wanted to try the card In Search of Greatness, a card that is just not able to find a home yet. I mean, this card is a very powerful card, and everyone came out, everyone was like, that card might be really good, but hasn't found a home. And this is perfect. This is like the perfect home for it. So it's a 2-mana enchantment, a thing we already want, and In Search allows you to, in your upkeep, play a permanent spell with a mana cost of +1 to the highest mana value among other permanents you control without paying its mana cost. So basically, with a Greatness in play and an Arbor Elf in play, we can play a Sithis for free. Then next turn we can play a Presence for free. Then next turn we can play an Eidolon for free. And next turn we can, so on and so forth. And being able to keep casting things for free sounds pretty awesome. It's an enchantment. It's 2 green pips for Nykthos. I don't know. We're going to try it out. The big thing here is that you can draw a lot of cards, but you can't dump your hand. There's no real exploration kind of card in Modern like there's Legacy. We are playing 1 Dryad of the Elysian Grove. We're also playing the Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl combo, which is pretty sweet. So I don't know. That's my idea. We're going to try it out. We got Nykthos here. We have Hall of Heliod's Generosity. Win condition. We're just going to play a Sigil of the Empty Throne and a Feldar Retreat. Both things we can cast for free within In Search of Greatness. And win condition, not really sure. I was thinking you could do a like Valakut, play like 2 Valakuts and just play 4 copies of Dryad of Elysian Grove and 1 copy of a 2-mana enchantment that makes everything mountains. It's like a pretty simple kill. It's like pretty hard to get rid of. Seemed kind of cool, but I want to try In Search for Greatness instead. So basically, once you get going, winning shouldn't be too difficult, honestly. So that's kind of cool. I think Sanctum Weaver is a little too fragile, so I wasn't really pumped about that. And then Blood Moon didn't seem to be super useful either. So Sideboard's got a lot of enchantments in it. Obviously, Rest in Peace, Stony Silence, Rule of Law, Choke. We have Veil of Summer. We have 2 Gideon Allies, Zendikar. So against those decks that are going to be having ways to answer our crap and our engines, we should cast Gideon on turn 2 if possible. So this is very, 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 very experimental. Kind of just off the cuff here. Not really sure what's going to work or what's not going to work. But let's just try it out. Let's just search for some greatness here. In brew number 9. Brew number 9 of 10. Yes, opponent. I imagine we're not going to win many games. Our opponents are just going to scoop a lot of the games. That's going to be my assumption based on the cards we're playing. Solitary Confinement. Once the engine gets going, it's pretty hard for your opponent to make any headway. If you have like a Sithis in play, a Presence in play, you're just making mana, drawing cards, making mana, drawing cards. I suppose the Destiny Spinner could also win the game too, which is like, it's also a tutor target against counter spells, but it's a possible win condition just once the game is kind of locked up. So that's pretty cool. Don't forget, folks, we're brought to you by
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Aye, nice commercial, but I pay for Twitch Turbo. Shouldn't see those. Well, gotcha. Don't forget also, tomorrow on CoolStuffInc.com will be my article. And 10 New Brews is a series I do every new set. A little different from Modern Horizons. Usually 10 New Brews is all in one day on Arena. Usually 5 best of 1 games for each deck. Can't do that on Magic Online. So we took the whole week. We 10 New Brews, 10 complete Magic Online leagues. And tomorrow's the article where I post every deck list. I go over every deck list with a letter grade for both how the deck performed, the record of the deck, and then my potential for the deck. So a lot of these decks are proof of concepts, like they're definitely not finished products. These are kind of just like, this is an idea I have, let's see if it works. When we're done, we're going to be like, all right, that worked, that didn't work. Some decks were total flops, some decks were very impressive, and all the deck lists and my thoughts on all of them will be in my article, CoolStuffInc.com tomorrow. Cool Stuff Inc., my Friday article, my 10 New Brews. Check that one out, of course. Yeah, first lesson learned was Urza Saga is broken. Absolutely. Best card in the set. Not close. Not close. What's going on here? There we go. There we go. Win the die roll. On the play. And we have a Temple Garden and Arbor Elf. We have an okay hand. We can keep this. Not great, but we can keep. Yeah, hard casting Emrakul doesn't seem necessary because Emrakul is like a worthless card if you're not winning the game. So, all right, so play Arbor Elf. Hoping to not play against Lava Dart today. Hopefully no Lava Darts. All right, so we get to cast our Sithis, which is cool. Well, now I can just play the Vista and cast it. Okay, so we get a Forest. Play the Harvest. We could actually just play Destiny Spinner here in case they're playing counterspells and just like get that out first. But I guess like we resolve Sithis right now anyway, so sure. Emrakul protects you from decking yourself. That is true. That is true. Decking yourself can be a mild concern. All right. Don't know what they're playing yet. We're just going to jam here. We're just going to jam. Zodiac resub. Thanks so much. Snow-covered Island, Thoughtscour, Murktide Regent, Opt. Some sort of like Delvery deck. Which is honestly probably pretty good against us. They have bolts for Harvest Hand and I don't know, it looks like a resolve here. They're playing Snow-covered Island and regular Island. Interesting. I mean, we're just gonna start jamming stuff. They could have actual counterspell for my Destiny Spinner, which would be pretty annoying. But as long as I'm drawing cards, I think it's fine. Let it ride. Well, that was a good draw. That was a good draw. They have the card Counterspell. They have a Remand. Even better. So now I get to cast it again and draw another card. That's awesome. Sure. You could play In Search of Greatness instead, but I think I want to cast the Spinner again. Just like now things aren't counterable and they can't counter this next time, so draw another card. You can see obviously he wants to, when every single card you cast draws a card, it's not really that hard to win, so. Helix Pinnacle is like, just doesn't actually do anything, like defensively, The token makers do, so. Replenish is a different deck, I think. Replenish is a different deck. All right, so there's like mono blue something here. And they can Murktide, right? If they want to. They can Murk it up. They're going to opt, sure. What's up, Matthew? How's it going, everyone? If you're sitting, welcome to the stream. My name is Jim Davis. This is 10 New Brews, brew number 9, Enchantress. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that follow button. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hit all the buttons, my YouTube folks. Please take a second. Support me for free. It's super easy. It's barely an inconvenience. Hit the buttons and let it ride. There's a Murktide Regent. I think we're like off to the races here. We've nicked those too. So we can go green, play. Also, I can't make white then. I won't play nick those and make a bunch of green mana. Doesn't really help us. Hit the report button too. Whatever. Just hit all the buttons. Confinement. Want to get Sterling Grove down. In Search of Greatness, Nykthos. Add 1, 2, 3, 4, add 5 green, and I can't actually cast anything else. Yeah, we're gonna hold off on Nykthos then. We're just gonna play In Search of Greatness and then probably play Confinement. To get that resolved and to kind of do the thing. So I guess you can just play the Grove too. You don't need to play In Search of Greatness. Alright, sure. Let's start with Sterling Grove. Draw a card, gain a life. Alright, and then Force Negation still counters the spell, even though it does exile it. So they can't Force Negation or anything. I think our one Destiny Spinner here is going to be the MVP for sure. Alright, so play that. Play this. Untap this. And I think we are off to the races. We only have one Enchantress in play. We can always sack Grove to get another one. So we're like mono blue Delver deck here. There's your Confinement. Draw a card. Lock it up. Lock it up. Read your Arbor Elf. Sure. So now we have no more draw step. And we have to discard a card every turn. But of course with the Harvest hand stuff, we just keep drawing cards. If we need to sack Sterling Grove for an Enchantress presence, we can do that too. So this should be running Yavimaya. So Arbor Elf can sack Nykthos. Yeah, it should definitely have the Yavimaya. You're totally right. That's a really cool one. Jace the Mind Sculptor. I mean, okay, sure. And they're going to Fate Seal themselves because they can't even target me. Sure. This thing, spend 4 mana to make a land into an XX elemental with trample and haste. Or an X is the number of enchantments you control. Sure. Yeah, you definitely want a Yavimaya for sure. That's my bad. Not playing a Yavimaya. Jace ult target. Yep. All right, so we're gonna play In Search of Greatness. Draw a card. Try to be Elysian Grove. Sweet. Play land. Make green. Play Dryad. Draw Utopia Sprawl. Okay. So we're gonna. This wasn't untap. I didn't play land yet, right? This gives land haste too. So we're gonna sprawl, targeting forest. Oh, it's true. It's a forest now because of the Dryad. That's awesome. So that's gonna resolve. Draw Sterling Grove, also awesome. Choose white for sprawl. So now I can untap Nykthos and add a bunch of mana. But if I do that, then I don't have any. All I have is green. I can Destiny Spinner a land though. I can do that anyway. Attack this Jace. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'd be a 7/7. I can just block with the thing. So we're one short on that. Kind of want to just cast Sterling Grove and then cast Enchantress Presence, honestly. So yeah, we need the white mana. So actually, I guess this is white too, right? So we can go untap Nykthos. Put the sprawl in the untapped forest. Yeah, maybe. Add a bunch of green. Play this. Add a white. Play Sterling Grove. Draw a card, gain a life. It's a Heath. And now I want to play. Now I want to go get. So they're going to have Jason play for a turn, whatever. I think it's fine. Now I want to sack this. And go get. Probably Presence. Actually, maybe Blossom's just better. Yeah, let's get Blossom's just better. I didn't read Sterling Grove. Holy shit. I thought it went to your hand. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I think we're still fine. Yeah, I just didn't know what it did. Okay, sure. That's my fault. That's my bad. Now we're not like in huge trouble, but I think we're gonna be fine still. So okay. Just say go. I think we're still in decent shape. Yeah, I just thought it went to hand. That's worse. That's a lot worse than I thought it was. So next turn we have to discard Heath to Confinement, and then play Sithis just to draw the Enchantress presence, and then play that. I'm sorry, the Eidolon. So they're gonna Fate Seal them, so can't target me. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm Jam. Welcome to the stream. Think we're still good. Think we're still good. What's up, Borg? Almost 5 out of league last night with Bant Enduring Ideal. Cool. We're learning. We're learning. All right, so may cast a permanent from help in your hand. Mana value equals to 1 less. All right, so In Search is also only exactly things that cost more than the things you have. Maybe In Search isn't that great. I don't know. All right, scry 1. Keep it on top. So we're going to have no draw step. We get to play. We're going to cast the... Oh, wait. We're going to cast Harvest Hand, which will draw a card. Keep this one. Then we're going to cast Make a Bunch of Green. Cast Eidolon of Blossoms, draw 2. We could, we're just gonna like hope we don't brick here, I guess. We bricked. That's pretty disgusting. Okay. But now I get to fire up Destiny Spinner. That's actually insane. We just like bricked on 2. We just need to draw a enchantment. So now we're gonna lose our Confinement, but that's like fine, I guess, because we have the Destiny Spinner to like do a lot of stuff for this turn. So we're gonna untap Nykthos, make a bunch more mana. We can actually attack with 3 lands. It's pretty dope. So Spinner this land. I guess if they have Cryptic Command, they can tap my team, which is pretty likely here, I think. We have an 8/8. I think I want to kill Jace here. So I'm going to... Actually, again, I can't. I don't have mana to do it again. That sucks. They're definitely going to Cryptic here. Wait, is Cryptic... Cryptic is... It's not targeting. I think Cryptic is each opponent taps. I need to read what Cryptic does. Tap all creatures your opponents control. Yeah, it's not a target. I can't play around it by not animating both because I need the mana to activate. Like, we're floating a bunch of mana right now. If I could have played around it if I wasn't stupid, but I think I'm just stupid and I can't play around it. I think we're still like okay. So we can just do it again next turn in theory. Yeah, they're gonna Cryptic here. So we probably just threw this game away. No, we get to attack. Holy crap! We should attack them, right? It's 8/16. This is just lethal. Yeah. I mean, they have trample too, so they can't target my stuff.
Enchantments everywhere.
Enchantments anywhere, everywhere. Yes, this is still lethal. They block and block, and it's trample, so we trample over for exactly 18. Play bad, win anyway.
Waka waka.
There it is. There it is. Okay. Yeah, drawing the one spinner there was pretty good, obviously. Okay. So we're going to bring in Choke, Veil of Summer. Might bring in Gideon. I'm not sure. Let's see. What do we get cut? I think the confinements aren't super necessary. It's more about just getting our crap in play. On Thin Ice seems a little unnecessary. The Enchantress were like... We have a lot of threes. We have a lot of twos and threes. Once the threes are in play, we can't really put much in play with it. I don't know. I'm not... So far, initial In Search of Greatness... not super impressed. I thought it could just do anything, like anything X or less. But let's cut an In Search of Greatness, and let's cut... On Thin Ice is like... Doesn't seem super necessary. Question is, do I want Gideon or not? That's a big question. I don't think I want Gideon. Let me just leave this in. Destiny Spinner was pretty good. They're also like, they seem to be like, they're like blue-red. I don't know what they're really doing exactly, but I mean, now we just have 2 chokes and 3 veils. Should be really, really good. So the thing is that we don't need confinement to win. Like, they just had a 7/7 dragon in play. Like, that's it. It's not like they're like doing a whole bunch of crap, you know? So, right, we don't really know what they're playing either. So we'll just see what happens. More spinners on the board, maybe. All right, so Sprawl into Presence is pretty good. It's a pretty good end. If they have Brazen Bar, we don't know what they're playing. You know, Brazen Bar is not a commonly played card, so. All right, Steam Vents, go. Sure. So, Sprawl, name White. Say go. End step, opt, sure. We can start with Sterling Grove. Stop future bolts and stuff. Thought Scour, targeting themselves, and go. So they kept a one-lander. Sure, whatever. All right. This is awkward because I don't want to dump all the sprawls onto the same things. They can like cryptic bounce it, despite it being a lot better. We can just like play this, play sprawl, right? It's pretty good. We can resolve presence also, but then we can't do anything else. I like playing sprawl this turn too, so let's play both of these. They could also have force negation, so say this resolves for sure. Next turn can be Sterling Grove, Print Presence. Archmage's Charm, Counter Spell. This is sort of like blue-white control deck, I guess. And no land again? Sure. I mean, I think this game is pretty over if they don't make land drops. Discard Archmage's Charm? Sure. They're going to bolt my thingy. It's totally fine. So we're just going to go Harvest Hand into Presence. Yeah, sure. They're also just F6 anyway, so I think this game is probably pretty over. Just get the engines going. Yeah, this is opponent kept the old one-lander. And that's land number 2. Okay. Okay. They're trying to make some moves here. Trying to make some moves. They have a way to kill my my thing. Isn't really any good hate in blue-red for enchantments, so. Blue in the pool. This is just a dragon, probably. Dargon. It's an 8/8 dragon. Sure. Skating on thin ice, though. All right, so we're going to play Blossoms and on thin ice, probably, and just draw a million cards. Insert is only on your next upkeep. Let's float a white. Draw. I have Nick those too. Holy moly, we're going off. Oh, we're going off. All right, so Might have gone off too hard, folks. Might have gone off too hard. You have mana left over. Yeah, I'm just going to fetch a duel. Say go. Whatever, let's do this now. Think the game is over. Honestly, Destiny Spinner is kind of nice. It's like a pretty reasonable like win condition that also has value against counterspells. It's kind of a cool card. Kind of a cool card. Metamorphose back to nature. Bring it on. Anger of the Gods. Sure. Well, now I don't gotta worry about decking. That's cool. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 mana. So we can just go Presence, Grove, and just like lock them out of targeting our crap anymore. Seems cool. Presence, Grove. Grove requires green. Just like figuring out how I want to cast my stuff. Whatever, just do this. Play Presence. Play Grove. Play Grove. Lock it up. And we'll go on to the end step here. Think we're good to go. Hall of Heliod's Generosity, sure. So I don't want like that many Enchantress effects in play because we're just gonna like deck, but let's play Harvest Hand. Right, I'm concerned with decking is definitely a mild concern, but Arbor Elf Dryad, sure. So it's like play Forest, play Arbor Elf, play In Search of Greatness. Hall of Heliod prevents decking if I never cast a spell. So yes, it sort of does. Make a million green. Cast... Like, we're not going to cast in Presence or an Eidolon, I don't think, anymore. Play Dryad. Drew Spinner. Cool. Play Dryad. They can counter Spinner, so we're not going to cast that yet. Just going to play Arbor Elf. You can play Sprawl, too. Yeah, one Emrakul might be reasonable, but, like, the thing is that if you're already in this spot, you can figure out a way to not lose, you know? Like, you don't need to do everything. Like, I can sack Sterling Grove. I can do whatever the hell I want here, basically. Just going to play Arbor Elf. We got 23 cards left. Our only concern is decking, which is a nice place to be. So, let's play Hall. And we're not going to play Spinner yet. We're just going to say go, I think. So I could play Sprawl. Try and draw one of the win conditions. I guess if I cast Spinner, I can just haul it. I guess the fear is I cast Spinner and they play another Anger of the Gods. Then it goes away forever. I shouldn't have played the Hall. Whatever. I'm just going to freaking say go. Sure. Say go, discard a land. I'll figure it out next turn. Like, we have our 2 win conditions in our deck. We're not going to sack a Grove yet. We have, like, the lock. They can't target our crap, so... In theory, we can play Spinner and kill them, but if they have a counterspell, like, I want to be aware. Also, like, next turn we can play Spinner and just kill them. If they have a counterspell, we can just get it back with the Hall, so... Let's, So now I can play a card that costs 4 for free. I don't want to do that. Top card is Nick, though, so bottom that. Veil of Summer. That's also guess. Alright, so play Forest. Play Destiny Spinner. Trigger withdraws. There's Sigil. They're going to cast Counter Spell. I'm going to cast a Veil of Summer. We have essentially infinite mana here, so with 2 Arbors, a Dryad, and the thing, they're going to force a negation my Veil of Summer. So this is fine. So Force resolves, Counterspell resolves. We're going to put the thing on top of our deck. We're going to play another land. And we're going to play a Sprawl targeting this land. Draw a spinner. Have more mana. We have 17 cards left. We have enough lands untapped to attack with, right? Yeah, we only need to attack with 2, so play spinner. Draw more cards. This is the turn that never ends. And now we're going to untap this. Nick those for green. Spinner this land. The fact that spinner just kills immediately is kind of cool too. Some 12/12s. Maybe we'll untap this land. Give me that one too. Play an Arbor Elf. Attack step. And why did they want to watch my stream? I don't really know, actually. All right, so they have some Mr. Land dropping in game 2, which is pretty fortunate for us. It does seem like In Search of Greatness is like, it would need to be built with more. It's sort of like a birthing pod kind of thing, where it's like you need to build up the chain too. So if I had more 4s, like if you focus more on like Eidolon of Blossoms maybe, but like there's definitely an amount of like too many Enchantress effects kind of thing. Maybe In Search of Greatness like isn't great. I don't know, but the core elements seem pretty sweet. Also, Destiny Spinner was just pretty great. Obviously, we played against a mono blue counterspell deck, so obviously Spinner was good. But the thing is that cards like Sigil and Feldar Retreat are also good defensive cards too. So if you're getting beaten down by humans, if you play Sigil and make 2 angels, that can help you not die for a turn. Whereas a card like Helix Pinnacle or Emrakul, like, it doesn't actually do anything, you know? Like, so it could be a thing. Test the Champion just dies the bolt. I don't think it's very good. And it doesn't draw a card by itself. I think Eidolon Blossom is just a lot better. But, not sure. Not sure. Birthing Bod in a good place to be unbanned? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. I also kind of like the Valakut plan, too. You just play, like, 4... Because the 2/4 of it plays extra lands is honestly pretty good in the deck anyway. And you just play a couple of Valakuts in your mana base and just, like, do that. That could be a path to victory also. We're going to mulligan his hand because it isn't really functional. Speaking of non-functional hands. Okay, we're going to mulligan this hand too. Almost a nice spread here. If this Spear of Safety was a Sterling Grove, it'd look really good, you know? Mulligan this one too, I guess. I mean, I guess this is like, it's fine. I'm just going to keep this, whatever. Get rid of the Sphere. We have 2 Sithis. Sithis. Think it's like has any competitive advantages? It's probably good against burn. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, like, it's basically just seems good if they can't kill you, stop your engine. If they can stop your engine, like, that's terrible, obviously. So, all depends on how good Confinement is. Because there are, like, random cards that, like, hose Confinement. If your opponent has a card that just, like, makes you lose a life or sack a permanent, like if they have, like, an Emrakul or something or Annihilator or whatever it is. All right, so they play a Soul Scar Mage. So I imagine our Sithis aren't going to be too good here. We could just play the Sterling Grove first. Also, we just die. That's also possible. So we're going to play Grove first. Just hope we don't die. So they have a Growth. They have a Storming Entity also. Like, this is a deck where Confinement will just beat them. But we have to, like, live to play Confinement. So that is a bit of a task. Johnny, resub. Thanks so much.
Month, yeah. Prime as GD for something after
Hell yeah. Best feature of Twitch Prime of Amazon Prime is the free sub every month. You can support me for free. I make money, you spend no money. It's like the perfect exchange. Perfect exchange. They scry top. Oh my god, we're dead on turn 3. I mean, we're just like so dead. If I play Sithis and they don't kill it, and then I play Confinement, and then we don't die and I play Confinement, we have a chance to win. I could play Sterling Grove, but alright, we're gonna play if I can't draw, I have to draw land next turn in order to go Sithis into Sterling Grove a turn after. We're at 15. I'm just gonna play it. If they bolt this, they're not bolting me, and I might have a chance to live. So play Sterling Grove first. We're at 15. So like bolt's worth 5, a bolt's worth 5, and then we're just basically dead. Yeah, I'm gonna play a Harvest Hand. We're probably just dead, but this is a game where if we'd been on the play, we probably would have won easily. But that's Magic, you know? Scoop to conceal the deck. I mean, there's not much they can board in against us, right? Like, Sprite Dragon? Okay. No bolt, no bolt, no bolt. No bolt, no dart. 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 Or death. No death, please. Growth. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess a bolt kills me, so it doesn't matter. Yep. So on the play, we win this game easily. On the play, we go turn 2 Grove, turn 3 Confinement, and never lose. But we died turn 3 on the draw. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? All right, so we're gonna bring in another on Thin Ice. We're gonna bring in. I think that's it, honestly. Like, and I don't want Choke. I don't want Seal. I don't want Veil. Rest in peace, Sunny Silence. Rule, yeah. And we're gonna cut. I'm gonna cut an Insert to Greatness. I'm just concerned it's like a little too clunky and slow. Rule of Law is pretty damning because it's really good against me too, but it's our only answer to like a Storm combo deck, you know. But it's good for them. It's bad for us to have him play too because obviously we're trying to play multiple spells in a turn. So yeah, on the play we easily win that game. Like lockdown, like that was like a perfect example of a game where like it's 98% one way, 90% the other way. Play draw. Like, Ghostly Prison kind of answers Storm when they grape shot you. Like what? Like decklist, all decklist folks. Tomorrow, coolstuffinc.com. All 10 brews, all 10 decklists in my article tomorrow. My thoughts on each, letter grade, and so on and so forth. All right, so we keep this. This is a much better hand. I think we sprawl on 1, and then they play a 1-drop, and then we go Sithis plus on Thin Ice on turn 2. I play Elf and it dies, kind of sucks, and like I think we can just not play it and be fine. So we're gonna sprawl on 1, and we're gonna name white. So they go 1-drop, we go Sithis plus on Thin Ice, and that's an insanely good start for us. Leolina Sanctity. I mean, I don't know what you want it for, like, I guess it's good against, like, burn proper, like, Thoughtseize, but just like a finicky card you never want to draw. We draw a lot of cards. Soulscar Mage, perfect. Much better start here, much better start. So Spear, pretty good. It's a pretty ideal opening for them, realistically. I mean, this is about as good as it gets for them, but we're still in decent shape. She draw like any enchantment, basically. Heh. Alright, I mean, sure. I don't like playing a naked Sithis, but it makes them kill it at least. I mean, we obviously have a third one behind, so... They don't actually have, like, that many bolts in their deck, too. I gotta go, like, chiropractor, so my back freaking hurts. Lava Dart? Sure. So, they're gonna fire up Lava Dart here, get much triggers. We probably just chump the Spear, because it's gonna be a lot of damage. I think it's only like 3. Alright, so flashback Lava Dart, kill the Sithis, pump the stuff. Yeah, we should take this. We have 2, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 mana. Draw literally any enchantment in my deck, please. Any enchantment. I'll take literally any one. Or Wooded Foothills. That's fine, too. Come on. Unreal. Alright, we're probably dead now. Pretty frustrating match. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to play this without playing an enchantment first. We have plenty of mana, so... We have 2 cards in hand. They only have 2 cards left. They have no mountains in play, so, like, maybe we get another turn here. Manamorphose, sure. That's it? Alright, so you're telling me there's a chance. They didn't use the mana for either. Take it. They have a growth too. Sure. Am I dead? 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think so. Alright, we go to 3. We're not gonna crack this. Alright, just need to draw literally an enchantment, please. Okay, we're dead. Alright, Toots.
I came bearing, not bearing. I came to ask you if you'd like lunch.
I still some of John's chickens. So pretty frustrating match. Like, we win game 1 on the play 100% of the time. And then game 2, we just draw an enchantment. We get going there. We just literally just didn't draw an enchantment. We just drew lands from our opening hand. So, like, what are you going to do? Their hand was pretty good. Just magic sometimes. Just magic sometimes. Match 1 was great. Match 2 was pretty lame. Pretty lame. Remember, folks, check Call Us Apparel. Call Us Apparel at shop. Promo code Jim10, 10% off your order. Tons of new designs, tons of new shirts. Call Us Apparel .shop. New designs are up. They're mad comfortable. They're awesome. When I think about them, I touch myself. Call Us Apparel at shop. Promo code Jim10, 10% off your order. Call Us Apparel .shop. 10 new brews. If you're tuning in, welcome to the stream. My name is Jim Davis. 10 new brews. Every new set, I brew up 10 new decks, and this is one of them. This is my take on Enchantress. It's first draft. Never played it before. Just like a, as always with 10 new brews, we're kind of just like trying stuff, seeing what works and doesn't work. And we are 1-1 currently. Anything you miss will be on the YouTube. Make sure you follow me on YouTube. This is decks 9 and 10. We did all of our decks on Tuesday and Wednesday also. All will be up on YouTube. Check it all out. And this hand is gross. We're going to mulligan this hand. Can't really cast anything. Yeah, Forest Urborg should definitely be in. Absolutely. You're totally correct. That was just an oversight on my part. Forest Urborg allows you to untap Nykthos with Arbor Elf, and that's pretty freaking cool. Pretty freaking cool. Baffling End or Seal Away. So, there's a card called Journey to Nowhere, which is literally just 2 mana enchantment, kill a creature. So much better than Baffling End or Seal Away, but just not really necessary. On Thin Ice is far better. We're only playing 3 of them. So we're going to mulligan. And mulligan into a decent hand. We're going to keep. No idea what they're playing. I'm going to ship the Confinement. We have no ways to really use it yet. And like, it's not always necessary against some decks. So. Where's it run the Jewel shirt? It's on the website. Merfolk. Well, Merfolk's good against Utopia Sprawl. Alright, well, here's Arbor Elf. Yeah, Retreat's not really meant to be just like cast. It's meant to be like a later in the game kind of card, but we can just play it on turn 3 and just kind of, you know, jam it out. Mutavault, sure. So Tide Shaper, this is now an island, which is pretty annoying, but sure. Eidolon of Blossoms. Another good 4-drop. We have a lot of... Our deck is mostly 3-drops, so I would have preferred to draw a 3-drop there, but sure. We're not going to on Thin Ice a Tide Shaper, so... I'm just going to play a land and say go. Not ideal, but... See if they have another 1-drop. It's funny, the Port Merfolk would be really good against us here. Given that we've not drawn any 3-drops. Curse Catcher. That one's not very good against us. Not a lot of instant sorceries in my deck. So, good against a decent portion of the format right now with all the Cascade stuff going on. Probably should play Retreat next turn. And then go, the following turn will be Blossoms into Thin Ice. Right? I mean, not even gonna bluff attack with the Curse Catcher? There's no way I ever block there in a million years, you know? Urza Saga and Enchantress? Why would you want that? Nothing. Alright. I mean, there are lots of cards that are enchantments that aren't in this deck. Untap. Draw. They're going to Merfolk Trickster my Arbor Elf. You son of... Alright. Yeah. Pretty annoying. Our deck's mostly 3s. We just drawn a few of our 4s. In Search of Greatness. Okay. That's interesting. I guess we can play that. We can't play it without playing our fetch first. Alright. Sure. Wish I knew which one was the island. Wish it would just like change the little logo to an island, you know? So we're going to play In Search of Greatness. We can't do anything with it yet, but... It's a pretty good hand from our opponent. And pretty tough hand for us. Double Mutavaults. 2 cards left still. Problem is they have no real good target for removal. They've drawn a lot of like their shitter like value creatures. Let's fire up Mutavaults. They chose the one that is not summoning sick. Smart choice. Oh my god, they have a Lord and Silver Violin too. Alright, we're just dead. Alright, yeah, we're dead. We draw exactly Confinement. How do they have 2 Lords? I guess they drew both Lords off Silvergill and Draw Step. Alright, that's a pretty shitty game. Alright, so we're gonna bring in here on Thin Ice. I don't think we want choke against them, honestly, because like they just have Vial. I guess we're on the play. We can just like choke them, but I don't think it like really helps a ton. They probably only have like 10 islands in their deck. Usually they have like some non-islands, some Mutavaults, things like that. They have Aether Vial. I guess turn 2 choke is pretty good. And then Veil of Summer, not sure how many counters they're gonna have. Let's maybe get something like this. Interested in cutting what? What are we interested in cutting? Conquers Death seems unnecessary. Honestly, like, the win conditions seem mostly unnecessary because, like, we'll just eventually win because they just can't beat confinement. Cut the retreat. Cut me like a greatness. Not super best this card so far. Very, 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 very constricting. Only be able to cast things that cost exactly more. Dryad. I'm just gonna cut all of these. Let's try this. Again, pretty weird game. If we had drawn a 3-drop, our hand was actually great. We just drew our few 4-drops and, like, not much else. This is pretty good. And keep this. Keep this. We'll decide if we're playing Grove or sit this on turn 2. They also have ways to give me islands. That is true, actually. So we can end up choking ourselves. There's a word for that, right? Choking yourself. What? What? Alright, so get a duel. Play Grove or Sithis. Put them all against a 6, sure. Trying to brew for Legacy? Nah. Legacy is a much harder format to brew in. Just like Days and Wasteland don't really, let you brew too much. And I just don't play much Legacy anymore. It's not super interesting. It's just too many formats to keep track of. Already playing Standard and Historic, and we're drafting, and we're, doing other stuff too. So, No Vial is pretty dope too. So, could definitely have Dismember here. So, we're going to play Sterling Grove. Like, why would they keep this hand with no Vial? Like, Dismember is a very real possibility, so... So next turn is Sithis, then Eidolon. We drew both Eidolons too. Kind of weird, but sure. We got a reader. I mean, I should have read the card too. I didn't realize I put the card on top, not in your hand. It's kind of a lot worse than I thought it was. I thought it was really, really good. So we're deciding if they want to force negation right now, I guess. Okay. I mean, ain't force negation any of these, so... Alright, there's your Minamos, and now our choke looks terrible. And it's a spreading seed, so our choke still looks terrible, so... Maybe we just don't want... I don't think you want choke against them. Spell Pierce? I mean, it's possible. It's usually like force and counter spell, right? So pretty awkward here that we can play Sithis, then we can't cast Eidolon. We don't have a green. Spreading seed is so good. What the hell is going on? Mike. Come on, Mike. 10-year Brews ain't going to play themselves, alright? Veil of Summer. I mean, it's really, really annoying, I guess, because we don't have any green mana at all, but... Alright, get a white, play Harvest Hand. So, please don't Spreading Seas my forest. Do you like fish sticks? Tide Shaper, you son of a... God damn it. Alright, well, now you got no green. It's pretty annoying. They didn't draw land, though? Alright, cool. I'm glad they didn't draw land. I don't like them. They're not my friend anymore. I could, upkeep, just search for a what's it called? On Thin Ice, and free up my forest here. Yeah. No, if this forest will change back once this thing is gone. So we're gonna yeah, we're gonna do that. Gonna get on thin ice. Play on thin ice, and we're going to target this, draw a card. Try to get this ball rolling, you know? Sterling Grove, sure. And we're gonna hit the Tide Shaper. Oh, please. Oh, yeah.
Bingo.
Oh, no, cause it's a blue. No. No.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I hate everything. Why can't it, like, change into an island, you know? Why you gotta give me hope like that? Why you gotta give me hope? Just give it a little blue symbol so I don't like, think that I have a chance, you know? So now we have white, blue, colorless blue mana. Because doesn't in paper? Yeah, I mean, the numbers don't change to 2/2 in paper either. You know, like, this card changes, the text is removed, you know? Yeah, there's just, so I called Dismember too. All right. Oh, I'd snap play Wild Growth if possible. All right, so I hate everything. I hate everything. Yeah. Yeah. I am Lord. Yes, Force also exiled the on thin ice, so I can't get it back. My hall. Solitary confinement. So if I play that, I don't draw more spells, which is a problem, so can't do that. Alright. Pretty rough couple games here, I'm not gonna lie. How does the green Urborg and Seeds interact? I assume it's timestamps, but I'm honestly not sure. Oh my god. Great. Okay. We're just like dead on board though, right? We're just dead on board, doesn't matter. Alright. Not a very fun game. That's okay though. That's okay. Not a problem. It's gonna keep rolling. If I played Legacy Enchantress before, I'm sure at some point. I've played basically every deck at this point. But yeah, I'm pretty unimpressed in Search of Greatness. I don't think I realized that it had to cast something exactly one bigger than the mana cost of the card. So like, if you already have a presence in play, it has to cast a 4-drop, and that sucks. If it casts things for free, that'd be awesome, because you kind of like be vialing out your stuff. But if I get Temple Guard and Hexproof from blue, would the Seas fall off? Hexproof only stops things from being targeted. It's not protection, so no, it would not. No, it would not. Tough stuff. Remember, folks, anything you missed, it's on the YouTube, all right? So, Nahiri Boom is already up. Bronze Mythic is up. Mog Monday's up. Full set review's up. Full Modern Horizon set review, every single card. Check it all out on my YouTube, and then all the new brews will be up on there over the next 10 or so days. Rough games. Yeah. In Search seems a little eh. I kind of like the Valakut idea, honestly. Just play 4 Dryad, 2 Prismatic Omen, and like 2 or 3 Valakuts, and just have that be your win condition. But it's also like a good control thing, too. What cards, in my opinion, changed on? I don't know. Honestly, I don't think that anything's changed drastically. The sand's like pretty bad, but we're on the draw. I'm just gonna keep. Charmo's the nut. Snoop is still broken, so tentatively, Mog Monday Showdown is going to be this next Monday if Snoop is fixed. I don't know if it's going to be or not yet. All right, so they're playing the Cascade deck, and we're probably going to lose. Yeah. This is game one of a new match. They're just definitely playing like the Cascade deck of some kind. Yeah, cascading into what? Glimpse tomorrow. So I played this deck yesterday as my version of it, and it was pretty fun. And they glimpsed and they got land. So they literally downgraded their board from 3 lands ley line to 2 lands ley line. That's pretty freaking funny. Whenever you gamble, sometimes you will lose. All right, so I mean, I guess we're playing In Search of Greatness, and we can possibly play a 3-drop next turn if we draw one. So I guess I could sack Grove for an Enchantress effect, right? That's pretty good. I mean, like, I don't know what their win condition is going to be, but they're going to spin again. They should have 2 Cascaders. Oh, my God. All right, here we go. Trying it again. Glimpse of Tomorrow. Survey says... That was better. That was better. So, Ulamog, Omniscience, if they have an Eldrazi in their hand, we lose. They have a Leyline Sanctity. They have a 3rd Glimpse in their hand. Unfortunately, I can't cast Spear of Safety next turn. All right, they have another Glimpse. All right, spin the wheel again. This time they get 2 Ulamogs, 5 lands, and a Shardless Agent. I mean, I can just, like, go get an On Thin Ice and get rid of this Ulamog, and now they're out of, now they're actually out of Glimpses, probably. Oh, never mind, they shuffle, so. Can they beat Sphere? I mean, if I can get it and play with a bunch of stuff, they can't, but shuffle that in. So we have to get On Thin Ice here, or we just lose, so. It kind of sucks that our next draw step is just On Thin Ice, but. Final landing, it conquers death, but alright, so yeah, sack Sphere, or Grove, I mean. Yeah, it's gotta be on Thin Ice. Alright, so untap. And unfortunately we can't play anything else on Thin Search. This card's really freaking bad. Alright, we tried it out, you know. I'm not upset we tried it out. We get to play On Thin Ice on a forest. What is this? Hit that bad boy. And we'll play land. Oh shit, I only have 1 Plains in my deck. That sucks. Alright, I can't cast Sterling Grove. Sure. Sure, it's fine. Say go. I mean, like, this just comes down to how much more they can spin. They should draw in more Cascaders. If we can get the Sphere in play with like 7 or 8 enchantments, which is obviously a pretty big task, they probably can't win. So untap. Search of Greatness. I can cast this now because I have the 1 in play. Right. Okay, so cast this without playing its mana cost, which is awesome. And then, what are they going to do? Okay. And I could sack it to search for an Enchantress effect. I'm not going. I'm going to cast Sphere of Safety, I think. So, draw Arbor Elf. Now I can play Nykthos. Play Arbor Elf. Nykthos for 4. Yeah, that works. Alright. I mean, we ain't there yet, but we need to, like, another turn or two, basically. They're gonna pay the they're gonna pay tax here. All right, what? That's too much. That's still too much. Don't. Oh man, there's no tax refunds here, my friend. All right, you overpay. That's too bad. All right, that's too freaking bad. All right, it's not gonna cast anything. We're scry 1, scry bottom. Big draw. Is there like a single card we can get off of our Sterling Grove, it like gets thing. I guess you get Idle Blossoms, right? I punted. I should have got Idle Blossoms. I screwed up. Okay. Because Blossoms draws off itself, so that like gets the ball rolling while also drawing a card. That was a mistake. I should have got Idle Blossoms. We have one Hall of Heliod, yes. Yes, I should have gotten Eidolon last turn. I screwed up. Only have one sphere in my deck. All right, so green, 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 white. Big draw, Eidolon. Big draw. Oh, that's a big draw. That's a big draw.
Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god!
So now we're going to make 5 green. Play Presence. Sigil of Empty Throne. I can't cast that one yet, but so if we survive one more turn, the game is over, I think. We need them to brick for one more turn. And we'll have survived Ulamog and company. No Cascaders. Yep. All right. I can't even play this for free. Yeah, this card's freaking terrible. It's bad. I want it to be good. It's bad. I know 6 drops in my entire deck, so we're gonna top this. We're gonna play Sigil. Because we actually add green. Play Sigil of the Empty Throne. So draw 2. Sterling Grove. It's a lot of white cards. That's annoying. Untap this. Make white. Play. Just play Sterling Grove. Scry 1 off. If the Insert or Greatest doesn't do anything, you scry. Draw on Thin Ice. Oh, they're gonna concede. Alright. Whew! Whew! Alright, so the Cascade deck. On Thin Ice, Rule of Law stops cascading, obviously. Most of their lands are islands, so Choke is interesting. Nick goes for white. That works too. That works too, sure. What are we cutting here? I mean, this card is actually terrible. This is just a deck building mistake. So get rid of these. Honestly, Confinement's just terrible against them. They have Eldrazi. And, like, the Annihilator will just kill the Confinement. So I should probably just leave these in, because these are actually just much worse. I don't want Seal. I guess Veil of Summer plays. Stops Force Negation. Rest in peace, Stony, Gideon. Seal for Omniscience. If they have Omniscience, we just lose. So they'll be able to cast Eldrazi before I can seal it. I think this is a spot we can like cut the retreat. We just don't need it. I don't know if we want on Thin Ice. They have a bunch of enchantments, and they might not have As Foretold. When I played the deck, I had As Foretold, but it wasn't good, obviously. So Conquer's Death. I even want on Thin Ice. I guess like they may just like roll into one Eldrazi. Like that game, we won the games of on Thin Ice. So let's cut an In Search of Greatness and let's do 2 Veils. It's 3. Sure. Still like want to see In Search of Greatness like actually work. Hasn't worked yet, but like, all right. So double Sprawl. Rule of Law, the Nuts keep. They can't counter Rule of Law, they can't win. So think Deafening Silence is worse than Rule of Law. Deafening Silence won't stop a creature cascading into a spell. Garden. That's pretty good too. Slight pause there. Could be Force Negation. We obviously want to resolve this Rule of Law because we just win the game. We resolve it. And it stays in play, obviously. But if they have like Force into Cascade here, we're just like dead. But so I think we just have to play Rule of Law. Arbor Elf too. Jeez. I'm going to hold the Sprawl for after Sithis. I guess like Rule of Law screws us up though. Like it's gonna make it hard for us to win with Rule of Law in play. They have four Force Negations. They have 4 Force Negation in their deck. All right. Let it resolve. All right. Well, now they can't Cascade, but I also can't deploy multiple things in one turn, which is pretty freaking annoying, honestly. Choke. I mean, sure. Let's just really lock them up here. Keep that land tapped, please. They're going to force the choke, but not the Rule of Law? Alright, I guess. I guess if they're playing As Foretold, they can As Foretold, then next turn cast the thing, but... It is cast, so it doesn't actually help us. Alright, just stuck under Rule of Law here. Fall into the Valga thing, I can't use chokes, that's fair. It's not really a problem. Oh, they have this thing too? Ah, we're dead. Okay, that's pretty good. This is gonna win the game. Rule of Law is gonna lose the game here, I think. We just can't play our spells. What in the world? So I guess they're playing Xenagos to try and hit off their Cascades, like win the game on the spot with Emrakul. Alright, I guess. Yeah, we're dead. What? This is why Rule of Law is like pretty sketch, because like we just can't win the game. We can't cast more than one spell. So it really is like an all-in, you know, against like Storm or whatever. You don't usually want to cast it on turn 3, but we were scared. Maybe we weren't scared. I don't know. Maybe we played scared. Shouldn't have played scared. All right, on the play for game 3. We still want Rule of Law once we have a board, but tough. Tough. All right, on the play. All right, we're going to mulligan. What's Curse of Exhaustion? I mean, we're going to keep. We need to draw land, but what are we going to do? I'm not going to 5. Curse of Exhaustion, white, 1, enchantment, enchanted player. Yeah, Curse seems a lot better, actually. I don't think the extra cost is like that big of a deal, and like it really is debilitating for us, so. 1 green for Search for Tomorrow, sure. Land. It's close. It's close. Is there a reason to not play Enduring Ideal? You give me a reason to play Enduring Ideal. Why does everyone always phrase their questions like, why are you not doing this? Tell me why you think I should. All right. I mean, now he gets to Presence with Veil of Summer up. We're dead to a turn 3 Cascade, but like if they gotta like hit, we have an answer to one thing at least. Instant resolved. Okay. All right. I mean, let's say go. I'm going to leave Veil up just to draw a card if they cascade. So... All right, this looks like a violent outburst. Nope. All right, here we go. We need a miss here, folks. They've got 5 permanents. 5 permanents. That's not good. It's only 1 Eldrazi, but they also hit Eyes Foretold. Means they can play another one. What was that? Why did they tap 2? Oh, they came and tapped off the thing. Sure. There's your outburst. We can beat this. We can beat this. Yeah, he has a blue spell. Sure. Untap. Choke. I mean, they have As Foretold. Choke doesn't even matter anymore. But, alright. We're going to start by playing on Thin Ice. Cast that. Conquers Death. Cool. Hit this. And now it's Sterling Grove or Choke. I think I like Choke. Let's draw a land to you, please. It's not a land. So they can't play a Cascader. If they naturally draw a Glimpse, they can cast it, but what are you going to do? Imagine if I can just draw a land, I can Conquer Death the As Foretold. Alright. A little butt clenching here. A little butt clenching, yes. That's a land. So he can Conquers Death the As Foretold. The problem is if he Conquers Death the As Foretold, then and they cascade into a Boom Boom next turn, we're in trouble. We're gonna hold this hold the Conquers Death. We're just gonna go Presence. Draw Forest. Grove. Okay. Alright. I mean, if they go to Cascade, we have an answer to 1 Boom Boom. Okay. Okay. They could be sneaky and do like an end-step Violent Outburst, which would be somewhat problematic. Now we can go get Sphere Safety, though, right? And that might actually sort of lock things up. Also, they had Omniscience and stuff. We can cast Sphere, right? We can search for it and cast Sphere. I board out Sphere, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get Sphere. I think that's the best safety valve in case they have an end step outburst. If they hit Omniscience and cast Eldrazi, we lose. We can't stop that though. So. Alright, shields up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enchantments. No end step Violent Outburst. I could have gotten Rule of Law, but like we're not ready to win yet, I don't think. So also they have Estrold in play. So if they just draw Glimpse, they can just cast it. So like the Rule of Law is not a lock here. How do we win? Just find a way, you know, figure it out. Alright, so they have an island in play. Alright, we're about to go off here. We would like to find a Nykthos, honestly, but Sterling Grove. We can like Grove. If we Grove Eidolon, we can, and In Search of Greatness. I can't do all of that, right? 4, 3. No, I want to try and play the 5-drop for free. Let's just play Eidolon and start there, I guess. Yeah, we're one short of Grove Eidolon search. Oh, I have a 5 CMC on the field, right? Okay, never mind. This card freaking sucks. This card. Alright, so we'll just play Blossoms. I'll just fetch. Actually, I might draw Nykthos on. I guess Nykthos, so. Okay, Spinner works. Been pretty impressed with Destiny Spinner, I'm not gonna lie. Dryad of the Elysian Grove, that also plays. So we'll just Spinner next turn and win the game. Get Forest. There's Dryad. Draw. Play land for Veil of Summer, I guess. I don't know why would you Veil of Summer, but sure. We're still going to win this game. Don't worry. I guarantee victory this game. I guarantee victory. All right? Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. We're still going to win this game. 100%. 100%. End step outburst? Oh, my God. All right. Here's the glimpse. Maybe we're not going to win this game. And they have Emrakul, Ulamog, but they can't attack because they don't have we have a sphere in play. So it's gonna be fine. Everything's okay. Don't worry. Everyone holds his word. Everything's fine. Everything's beautiful. Don't worry about it. Everything's good. What was that about choking yourself? This is now a choke yourself stream. Okay. So obviously the Arbor Elf untaps all my lands now. We've got 2 Nykthos in our deck. They're just gonna concede because they know they can't win anyway. It doesn't matter. Like, we're fine. You know, we're just totally fine. All right.
Game. Blouses.
That's the best kind of win. Just make the most catastrophic punt ever, still win. Because like realistically, like they can't beat the sphere unless they cascade into exactly Omniscience and have a multiple Eldrazi in their hand. I guess like sure they could ask for total to 10, but like we're gonna find Nykthos, we're gonna cast a lot of spells, and we're gonna win the game. You know, so 2-2, 2-2. Yeah, follow the stream with that follow button. Of course, watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Play bad, win anyway. Where my tier 3 subs at? Play bad, win anyway. Oh, that's the motto. I need that on a freaking t-shirt. Ah. Whew. Whew. Oh, it's tier 2 sub? Even better. 10 new brews, best content out there, says Blizz Freak. Thank you, Blizz Freak. I appreciate that. Let's hear it for Blizz Freak. Thanks, y'all, for supporting me. 10 new brews. 10 new brews. A new Cause apparel offering. Oh, play bad one anyway. Oh, man.
Waka waka.
There we are. Last match coming up. Our next deck is really, really cool. I wanted to build a Squirrel deck and a Braids deck. I decided to do both at the same time. Why not both, right? That's our next deck. And the 10th and final brew here on 10 New Brews. Oh, boy. Better lucky than good. We didn't get particularly lucky that game. We're just stupid, and it just didn't matter. Shame not opposition to Modern? Yeah. When's the Grist Commander deck gameplay? Not today. Not tomorrow, and probably not the day after that either. My party's on Saturday. I'm having a birthday party, housewarming party. I'm freaking stoked to see all my friends again. I haven't seen any of my friends in like a year and a half. I'm freaking stoked. We're all vaccinated. The house is like kind of ready, sort of. Chippendale. Changeling party deck? What's going on? 2-2. Come on. The queue time's been so long lately. Yeah, we're 2-2. I mean, like, the loss against Prowess was like, we literally won the game. We won the die roll in game 1, and they killed us on turn 3 on the play. So, like, and then, like, game 2 is like, we should draw spells. So, like, I think it's a very, very winnable matchup. The Merfolk player just kind of pooped all over us, but don't want to be playing Utopia Sprawl against the Spreading Seas player for sure. Is Sterling Grove enough to not need Idyllic Tutor? Idyllic Tutor is not an enchantment, you know, and like there's a lot of value in that. But Grove only getting to the top, I don't think you need 4 Groves, honestly. I thought Grove put the card in your hand. But I guess it'd be insane compared to Idyllic Tutor, because just like a better tutor. But opponent is Gigantha. Please, God, don't be Tron. This deck can never beat Tron. Never. All right, we're going to keep. Never. What do y'all think? Now that Companions have been around for a long time, and like they're, you know, definitely a major part of all the formats, what do y'all think on Companions? Keep or mulligan? Would you be happier if Companions were gone? Or are they like a good addition to Magic? Keep or mulligan on Companions? What are your all thoughts? YouTube, that's going to be your comment of the day. Keep or mulligan on Companion? Opponent's playing Affinity. Is this bad for us? I don't know, honestly. I don't really know. I don't want Blossom, sure. I mean, Sigil's going to be good here, I think. I'm just going to play Harvest Stand, I guess. Sigil. A lot of moles in chat. A lot of moles in chat. Oh, I have to get Temple Garden, sure. Alright, so... Affinity, usually not playing much removal, so... Sigil here. Kufrix's Insight. 3 mana to draw 3 is not a playable card in Modern. So while you're right, the card is reasonable. I would not play a card that said green and 2, draw 3 cards. All right, so this is fine. We have Blossoms into Sigil of the Empty Throne, which is pretty good. I agree with the mulligan on Companions. I'm pretty freaking sick of Companions because only like 3 of them are playable, and you just see them so often. It's just like lures, and like, oh, I have Gigantha. I might as well play it because I can play it. Man, turn 2 plating attack? God, what an animal. Like, if there was like 20 of them and they were all really well balanced, sure. But that is not the case. Feldar Retreat? I mean, if we like don't die next turn, I think we're in like, nah, we're actually just super dead, I think. Because we can't play Sigil and play an enchantment at the same time. So, man, turn 2 plating attack. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yes, I agree. If Companions had a real cost, it'd be fine. But all right, we drew Nykthos. Nykthos might actually help us here. Probably not. No, I ain't blocking, so we're attacking. Next turn they make a Construct. Stetson Champion's just like not good enough, I don't think. And then if you play Yorion, you just draw your Arbor Elf and your Utopia Sprawls less often, which I think is not okay. Another Urza Saga. Alright, I guess. So let's just draw us Confinement, I guess. We need to draw Confinement or Sphere of Safety. Oh my god. This is preposterous. Probably can't beat Confinement, so just draw that one. Confinement or Spear Safety? Nykthos for 4 green. Play Retreat. No. That sucks. Pretty good hand from our opponent, honestly. We couldn't even draw like a cheap enchantment to have a redraw here. So we have 2 redraws, obviously. 7 in the air. This is going away, but it gets a 0 drop. I think we're just dead. On Thin Ice would have been good too. That plays. On Thin Ice would have played too. Well, I guess we can still draw On Thin Ice. Sure. Okay. So let's just play Retreat and say a little prayer. Everyone say a prayer for me, please. Two looks, On Thin Ice. That's a Vista. That's... Come on.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
Alright, we're dead. 7-2... Yeah, I mean... Sigil can block the flyer. I can't make any angels. I don't got any enchantments. Alright. We are dead. We'll see if they kill us. Pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Yeah, alright. Make a car instruct and they get like a welding jar or whatever. Alright, we're just dead. Like, pretty frustrating game. We drew literally all lands, but sure, it's fine. Opponent's deck like just can't be confinement, most likely. We're gonna bring in our Stony Silences, our On Thin Ice, and our Seal of Primordium. And we're gonna cut the In Search of Greatnesses because they're really, really bad. And I'll cut the Feldar Retreat, honestly. We just don't need that kind of effect. I guess Destiny Spinner is not particularly great here. I'm going to keep these. Sigil. I guess Conquer's Death is like... Doesn't seem super necessary. Let's try this. This should be pretty good for us, I would think. I mean, they can't be confinement, most likely. So, it's got to be all right. Yes, In Search of Greatness was a concept, and it doesn't really work. The idea was that, like, if you're drawing so many cards, if you can, like, vial in cards. But I don't think I really realized that, like, it's locked to exactly 1 plus the highest mana cost. So it's really, really hard to chain it. It's good, like, in the ideal scenario of, like, play it on turn 2 with an Arbor Elf in play a 2-drop for free next turn, play a 3-drop for free next turn, but, like, it just never, ever works like that, obviously. So we got to live in the real world, not the happy world. It's a new Mana Dork for enchantments. Yeah, that card seems way too fragile, I think. Be good to match up like this, but... Alright, so we're going to mulligan. We have only 1 land. Sure. This hand certainly plays. We can keep this. Opponent mulligan 6 also. We're going to ditch the Hall. And... Opponent mulligans to 5. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'll discuss changes at the end, so... It's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? And there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Play them all against 2, 5.
I'm trying to be like quiet.
Hey, Toots.
Not
Alright, so
intrusive.
I think we're just going to hold the Sprawl. Let's go sit this on 2, Sprawl, Thin Ice on 3, just say go.
Why hold the strong?
Because I'm going to draw a card off of it. It's like, we're not ramping in anything. I'm not playing Thin Ice on turn 1. So. Chat says, nice sunburn. Haha, you got burned. We call that a 2-for-1 in the business. Tapland.
Whose business?
You toast your PB&J, you're smart. You got to toast PB&J.
Yes.
I guess, like,
it would... toasted PB&J on an English muffin.
It would suck if they had, like, a Galvanic Blast here, but that's, like, not, like, the end of the world, I don't think, so... Just gonna go for it. Could wait another turn if I'm feeling really frisky, but... Unicorn, resub, thanks so much. Be careful, she's sending me to Clown College. She wants to go to Clown College to see Karn. She misses Karn. I miss Karn, I miss Karn, I miss Karn. Frogmite, Thoughtcast, sure. Okay. Let's start casting spells. What happened to Karn? Karn's in Clown College. So we have a puppy. We got him at 2 months old around Thanksgiving of last year. He's about 8 months now. And Karn's a little nippy. Doesn't really listen very well. And we decided it'd be a good investment for the next 15 years to send him to clown college. He's at a board and train. It's a 6-week program. We go in there and train with him after a little bit. And Karn's going to be trained by a trainer who works at police dogs and stuff. Karn's going to be like a freaking robot when he comes out of that thing. Karn's got his bed over here, and he'll learn the stay command. So if I say, hey, Karn, that's not the bed. That's Igor's cage. But you get the idea. The bed's over here. And if I give him the place command, and he'll just stay in place until I tell him to move, which is really, really cool. So it's gonna be really nice to have a very well-behaved dog. So you'll see Karn a lot more on Karn Cam once he comes back from clown college. All right, so draw. Presence, that's really good. I think we're off to the races, folks. We're going to choose, I think white is fun. We could on thin ice here try and like lower their affinity count because it is reasonably low right now. But worst in presence, just go nuts next turn. So now we have 2 Enchantress effects. Sterling Grove, yeah, we're going nuts next turn. Karn is Nicole's retribution for all the years of flack. Listen, if you don't think Nicole gives me flack too, you're out of your mind, all right? You get comments occasionally on YouTube that are like, you treat your wife so poorly. Like, it's all in good fun. All we do is like make fun of each other. It's like what our relationship is. It's like what a healthy relationship is, you know? Like that's how we communicate and stuff. Like, if we weren't ribbing each other, it wouldn't be fun, right? Why be nice all the time? All right, it's a pretty good hand. Thought Monitor, Urza Saga. But I think we're gonna pop off a lot harder than they are. So Zelda, cool. I love the name Zelda. Zelda's great. All right, so we're going to start with the Sterling Grove. Right, we're from New York, you know? So draw card, play Grove. Oh, we're not married yet, no. Getting married is expensive, and we bought a house instead. We'll get married eventually. Arbor Elf. So we can on thin ice the Monitor, I guess? I don't really want to do that. Like, we could just play Sithis and just like draw 2 cards. Nykthos, not super awesome here. I don't really want to on thin ice yet, so I guess we'll just play this and draw 2. Sure, it's kind of crappy, but whatever. We draw on thin ice and another Nykthos. Keep this one. Yeah, let's land Arbor Elf and just say go. Is there a Planeswalker that specializes in enchantments? I mean, there is. It's not good, though. Saga goes to 2 and start making Constructs. We have on thin ice, deal with the Constructs. Pretty well set up here. Nettlecyst. 9/9. Shadow Spear. 10/10. All right, sure. So they're not going to make a Construct. Interesting. Obviously, Nettlecyst is pretty annoying because they can move it onto things, and I can't on thin ice that, but I can go get Stony Silence, just like Sterling Grove. Get Stony Silence, and then just hit the Germ with the on thin ice. Let's just draw for turn. Sphere does more. We currently have 4 enchantments in play. Sphere's 5. They obviously can make 1 big attacker. Maybe Sphere's just better. So we have 2. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 mana. We also have this Nykthos, which can make some mana too. Don't want to die to Nexus plus Nettlecyst either, but Sterling Grove or Shadow Spear. Hey, that is true. They can give my things no. Oh no, doesn't even work. It's hexproof, not Shroud. All right, I'm gonna start by casting on thin ice and see what we draw. We have 2, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 mana, maybe 8 with Nykthos. So just cast this. Put it here. Draw 2 cards, see what happens. Draw Stony Silence. Or we'll just naturally draw the card. That works too. Gonna hit the germ. Going to play Stony Silence. Lock them up. So Pseudo Armageddon. Equipment no longer works. Bobble no longer works. Drum no longer works. Confinement Arbor Elf. That's pretty good too. Still only 4 green pips. 2 mana left over. Nick those for white. We only have 4 white pips also. Oh, we have 5 green pips. You're right. So Nick those would be 5 green. And I can untap the Sprawl. I can do most things here, honestly. Sure, let's play this. Just make green. Untap. Sprawled land. Yeah, the game's basically over at this point. Play Confinement. Oh, elf. Yeah, I should play the elf first. You're right. I screwed up. But whatever. We just win. Doesn't matter. All right, game 3. Now we're on the draw, of course. It's a little harder, but obviously have the tools to compete here. We just get a Confinement down. We win. We have Stony Silence. They really don't deal with our stuff that well. So winning record. Let's go. Big game here. On the draw against Affinity. 10 new brews. Our next deck is a Squirrel Braids deck. Look at this freaking hand. Full house. I mean, we have to keep this hand. I would love to have a 1-drop. We got to keep this hand. Yes, Yavimaya and Nykthos. There should definitely be a Yavimaya in the deck. It's not even close. It's just an oversight on my part. This hand's okay. It's not like great. Wow, they have nothing else. Oh.
Bingo!
All right. I mean, their hand is slow. Stony Silence is the nut here, so. All right, they drew a non. No Mox Opal, please. No Mox Opal, please. Game over. That's game, folks. Pack it up. Everybody go home. You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. Concession in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope, still going. All right, sure. They drew Glimmer Void, so they do have 2 mana sources now. They can still cast Frogmites. They have 4 artifacts currently. We're going to draw a land. I'm not going to lie, but any land here, and I think the game is over. That's not a land. All right, I mean, we are really packing heat here. This is more Enchantresses than we ever want to cast. You have a counterspell here? Sure. Totally fine. We have plenty more where that came from. Does Confinement prevent infect kills? It prevents damage, so I believe so. A drum they can't use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Honestly, they have 2 cards in hand. Hitting a Frogmite here is actually pretty good. It just lowers our affinity count, but I think we're just going to cast the Harvest hand. They have another Rebuke here. That's fine. Plenty more where that came from, so whatever. 2 replacement effects? I don't know. Judge. Broadcast. All right. They're trying. Another drum. That's 6. So we really want to draw land here. Like really bad. I want to go sit this into Thin Ice. Please draw land. There we go. Do they have a 3rd Rebuke? I can't cast it now, so. This should probably do it. So they have 5 artifacts and 2 playable lands. Shadow Spear. Okay. No attacks. The defense I think we presence. Mana Vista first. We have green and white cards to cast for 1 mana, so. Alright. It feels like they're trying to get their artifact count up to cast Thought Monitor. That's why they cast Shadow Spear and not tanking for 1. So Thought Monitor's live now. Only cost a blue. Nope. Here comes Nexus. Alright, so 10 short turns. I think the game is over, folks. We're about to play. We'll probably play Sigil next turn, honestly. I don't see much point in playing Grove plus Presence. And Sigil probably just wins the game. They have no mana up to counter it, so. The list will be in my Cool Stuff article on Friday. Cool Stuff article on Friday. All the lists for all 10 brews. Yeah, this game is over. You have 1 turn to kill me, opponent. Show me how it's done, all right? All right. Kill me. Or play a drum. Ba-dum-ts. They're still playing, which is cool, I guess, if they want to do that. Everyone likes a little FaceTime, you know? Let's get rid of this. Yeah, game's over. All right, that was pretty cool. So we went 3 and 2. Deck was definitely misbuilt. In Search of Greatness was pretty freaking bad. I didn't really realize how the card worked when I put it in the deck. I thought I could cast things X or less, basically. It's way too limiting. I played a few 4s with the intent to try and like be able to chain up, but not enough to actually use the card effectively. Card's really bad. I think one thing I would like to try, if I tried this deck again, would be to play the Valakut plan. And I think we can go down to like 1 Eidolon Blossoms, cut the Retreat, cut the Sigil, play 4 Dryads, and like 2 Valakuts, and like 1 Prismatic Omen. Prismatic Omen is a enchantment that makes all your lands. Same thing as Dryad, because Dryad's pretty good anyway, because you want to play extra lands and just block, which is reasonable too. So I'd probably go that route. Maybe not even bother with Nykthos and just like play 2 or 3 Valakuts and just kind of like have that be the win condition built into our mana base. I suppose that would lose to like Blood Moon and stuff like that maybe. But I kind of like the 1 Conqueror's Death, because Conqueror's Death actually doesn't work with Hall. Conqueror's Death and Hall is pretty cool because it keeps dying and keep coming back. So maybe you want like 1 of the win condition. Honestly, the Spinner was really good too. It's like that's a win condition, like that's also good against counter spells. That's kind of cool. But yeah, and I think I want that Curse card over Rule of Law. I think 4 mana is worth it for being able to actually cast your spells. Helix Pinnacle just like, it's just, there are many various ways you can win a game. The point is to look for ways that can win the game that aren't dead in other scenarios. So for example, Emrakul, Helix Pinnacle, when you're already winning, those cards will actually like check the box for you and win the game. But if you're losing, they do literally nothing. Whereas Valakut plus Dryad is a pretty good defensive measure as well. Same idea with Sigil, same idea with Retreat. At least these cards do something to keep you alive. So you're playing against humans, they have 4 humans out. If I can play with make 2 angels, that can actually keep me alive, Whereas again, Helix Pinnacle and Emrakul don't actually win the game. So that is a possibility too. But deck was cool. Definitely a lot of cool cards here, a lot of new cards, a lot of cool engine. A lot of possible enchantments to play as well. Pretty fun. I love drawing cards, so pretty cool. So 1 deck left on 10 New Brews. We're going to our 10th deck now. But YouTube folks, I love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Sorry, Mario, your deck's in another video. Get it? It's a Nintendo joke. All right, just like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, folks.